Okay, so this is gonna be the most ridiculously, hopefully, I'm gonna try to cut this short because I'm going to Florida tomorrow. So I am leaving tonight, like in like minutes. I'm waiting for my mom and my sister-in-law to get here, and so I'm leaving to go to the city in which I am flying out of, and so we're going there overnight, and then we're flying out tomorrow morning at like 5 a.m. So I had everything packed and everything waiting, so I have my packages from Allorah, because Allorah and I do a monthly book exchange now, and this is the second one. I have a video of my first one. So I figured with the short amount of time that I had, I really wanted to open these before I left in case I wanted to take one of them with me, because I have a flight. I can read on the flight. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. We do a monthly book exchange, and we do it right from Thrift Books. Thrift Books is a used online book place, and it's amazing, and you can get a lot of your books for like $3.50, $4, $5. They're fantastic. So yeah, so here's my first package. Super excited. And so yeah, her and I set a limit, and then we go off of each other's wish lists and send books to each other monthly. So I'm really excited. Okay, so this is my first package. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, so the first one is Neil Gaiman, The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I've heard really, really good things about this book. I've been trying to collect all of Neil Gaiman's books. I have read The Graveyard Book, which is absolutely amazing. Like, if you haven't read anything from Neil Gaiman, I highly, highly, motherfucking highly recommend that you start with The Graveyard Book. It is good for all ages. It is amazing. It is so amazing. But this one is another one of his called The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which I honestly never looked at what it was about. I just knew it was from Neil Gaiman, and I had recommendations, and so that's what I got, is this. A middle-aged man returns to his childhood home to attend a funeral. Although the house he lived in is long gone, he is drawn to the farm at the end of the road, where when he was 7 he encountered a remarkable little girl, Letty Hemstock, and her mother and grandmother. He hasn't thought of Letty in a decade, and yet he sits by the pond behind the ramshackle little farmhouse where she once lived, and the unremembered past comes flooding back to him. And it is a past that is too strange, too frightening, too dangerous to have happened to anyone, let alone a small boy. A groundbreaking work as delicate as a butterfly's wing and as menacing as a knife in the dark, The Ocean at the End of the Lane is told with a rare understanding of all that makes us human and shows the power of stories to reveal and shelter us from the darkness inside and out. Thank you, girl. I'm real pumped about this one. But the one that I'm most excited about in this package is this book. This book is called Pax. It is by Sarah Pennypacker. It is written for children, but it can be enjoyed immensely by adults. So basically, it is about this. I'll just tell you. So Pax and Peter have been inseparable ever since Peter rescued him as a kid. But one day the unimaginable happens. Peter's dad enlists in the military and makes him return the fox to the wild. At his grandfather's house, 300 miles away from home, Peter knows he isn't where he should be with Pax. He strikes out on his own despite the encroaching war, spurred by love, loyalty, and grief to be reunited with his fox. Meanwhile, Pax, steadfastly waiting for his boy, embarks on adventures and discoveries of his own. So it's basically about this tiny fox who has never been in the wild, has never been in the woods, has never been anywhere but with his boy Peter, and he has to be let into the wild. So he has to figure out how to live and survive on his own, while the little boy is also trying to work his way back. I am just like, I've never read it, but I've heard ridiculously amazing things about it. It's a tearjerker. Like I said, it's written for kids, but it's kind of like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson. They're written for kids, but enjoyed by adults. So I'm so fucking excited. I literally just added this to my wish list, so it must have been just in time for her to get it for me. So thank you very much, because I'm very excited about this. Okay, now the last package. Oh my God. How do I open this? I hate how they they're like, here, just rip it from here. But you can never just rip it. You know what I'm saying? So, this one, I know how much she spent on it because I know that it was on there new. I know that it couldn't have been gotten pre-owned. This is called Plant Spirit Healing. As you guys know, I have been super ridiculously into plants lately, and I found this book, and it's basically a guide to working with plant consciousness. So it is how to take your household plants or your outdoor plants and how to learn to communicate and work with them in a spiritual way. And I have been really excited about this book, and I added it to my wish list a little while ago, and I am so excited. I cannot believe that she got this. Allorah, thank you very much. I am so excited. These are like all freaking treasures, and I am super freaking pumped. So, I'm dying. Thank you very much. I look forward to our next monthly book exchange, and I'm sorry to cut this short, but like I said, I got my bags upstairs packed. I'm ready to go to Florida, and I am just ready to get out of here. So I am going to go upstairs and sit patiently by the window and wait for them to come so that I can leave. So I love you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you when I get back from vacation.